so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the green. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright life, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. I'm really out for blood this time, look.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Baker going to throw this right away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. First down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Always got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 93 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He's on pace right now for about a 400-yard game. I mean, this first quarter, it's been impressive to watch.
I like the way you do math. I like the way you calculate, and he loves those numbers you're spouting. He's going to try and get there with his legs, but not only is he locked in running it, obviously his teammates are locked in and blocking as well.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Barkley off tackle left, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A great effort right from the snap there on the defensive side from Amari Barno.
At the 33-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On second down, here's the option. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on him. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Connection made with Shenault. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 49 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And defense, they're blitzing here. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Matt Ioannidis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Jones keeps it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Giants can just about book their place in Super Bowl 57 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Mayfield off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
173 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a 1-score game, so not too nitpicky. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Barkley, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. Barkley inside handoff. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him again. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 58 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. Their own 55-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours.